Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show Trading Idea with SMARTRobie, and we are already at episode 22. I hope you all had a great weekend and do a bit of outdoor activity over the weekend, as this evening we will be getting the announcement for our Prime Minister whether we will be having a MCO lockdown or not. And yet we have heard some of the senior minister also contracted COVID-19, and he had some meeting with the Prime Minister and also the senior minister cabinet too. So that's going to play a bit of haywalk to what it is the market today. As you can see, today the market is down 20 points. We have the sell-off also in Maybank. If I can see from my screen here, we got Dialog, Press Metal, 2% down, and the one that is doing well is only the Plantation stock, which is KLK and StarBiz from the 20. And how was your weekend? Having said that, I hope it is fine and you are in good health. So, which we will find that quite interesting to see how we will be going forward from here onwards for the first week going towards the Chinese New Year. So let's see what we have in store for you this morning. That's right. Now this morning, if you look at the chart, let me just blow it up a bit here. We have the big Friday rally that we've seen, the last by the Top Glove and the Big Four, which is Supermax and so forth. So we've seen that the two springs on the left hand side. But let's look at what we have in store for you for the other programs that we have in here. Okay, and let's take a look at what we have right now. Okay, let's see. Now this morning is definitely the agenda for 2021, which I will talk about it, agenda 2021. But again, going back to our breakfast show, what we have kept for you has been pretty much in line with the educational content. We want to put in the beginner level and also the trading line with the Pentagon guide. Now, also last Saturday, we did our first top 2021. Let me just make amendment here. It's not 2020, but it is top 2021 trade ideas, right? And what we have for you, we did talk about those. I think some of you did ask me what were those stock bid, and it is, as I said before, we did that in a talk. We did not post the recording at all, so those of you who came and you got the benefit. I think at the end of the day, we really want to give really value and also engagement to all our audience and also our fans. So we did that on the 9th of January. These are a special program that we did last Saturday, so those of you who came, you have benefited. So make sure in future don't miss some of our Zoom session that we do. It will give it a bit more specialty to you in here. That's right, just take note of that one. So along the way, we'll be looking at some of these trade ideas as towards out the year in 2021, where we will be doing our regular Wednesday night talk as well on the Saturday talk in here. All right, if you like what you see so far, give me a thumbs up and do share this video in your timeline. And those of you who have some share, if you want me to look at it, definitely you can put in there. But right now, as we see the market still holding up above the what we call the 1600 level, but not too bad. We have the down 25 points this morning, down 1.53% in here. Okay, so that is, how do I know that? And let me just show you what I mean, switching into a bigger chart here. All right, and let's see here, let's take a look at the KLSE market in here. This is something that most people don't want to see. Wow, market down very bad, isn't it? Right, as I said before, we already have the orange pentagon in here, which continue. You can see this green this red pentagon, which did inform you since the 20th of December. So 20th December continued to go down. No doubt we have one bar, last Friday, but this morning we have to see whether the later afternoon we would see a market recover slightly, but definitely this morning in here, all we've seen is enough continue of a little bit of a sell down in here, but the market will have to, adjust and correct a bit along the way. So take note, when do you want to go in? Just wait for the red pentagon, right? The red pentagon on the, well, or wait for the blue trend zone, like you see on the left hand side. When we see that blue trend zone, the market really picks up and move from there onwards. So do take note of some of these highlight of the pentagon in here. All right, now let's go ahead and look at what we have for you today in our Bursa Malaysia morning headline roundup. All right, now this morning in here, the GDP Malaysia continued to be good. Now there was a bit of so-called statement that was made by the Tengku Zafro, and they did draw a bit of flag from other people in here. That continued to be play out on the scene that we've seen so far in the news segment in here. But all in all, we did need to know that the Malaysian GDP growth will continue to do well for 2021, and as overall the market now is reflecting there. I don't see the market will drop furthermore. This is a good correction in here. We just need to sort out the so-called political landscape that we have so far in here, where we have over the weekend another politician pull out for the support for the Perikatan Nasional, and that's what we see today in here. Bear in mind, as I said before, even last Saturday there are a lot of opportunity elsewhere, but today the focus is on the KLSE market in here. Let's move on to our next story that we have. Now the next story is about the termination of the high-speed railway, which was written by a professor, giving a lot of the good points why it should be. And on hindsight, looking at what we've seen so far, the COVID-19, right? And with the COVID-19 that we have, so a lot of things has been out of whack. As you can see before, what we have is that we are spending about 4 billion to on the COVID-19. So there is very little left we have for other things like infrastructure spending. So what does this mean? This means a lot of the construction sectors are taking a hit from here. Your Gambunda, your Eco West, all those may not look very, very well. You can even look at it. Let's take a look at Gambunda, which is one of the biggest in here. Let's look at the chart, okay? And let's look at the chart here, switching to a bigger chart here. So you can the stock price is down 2.7%. All right, I apologize for that one. So you can see in here we have minus 2.7. Okay, if you look at the chart wise here, there you go. You can see the market had the spring, did staying above the ATR stop loss. We have to be very careful in here. Further down the road, it's not looking so rosy. If you have some stocks on construction site like that, you believe it's going to be detrimental in here. And you can see also the compensation. It's about on the figure that they're talking about $821 million to Singapore for the termination of the high-speed project in here. Okay, let's move on to our next story that we have for you. Now, next story is about the banks. This morning, we've seen the banks taken up a hit in here because of the third wave of the COVID-19 that we've seen. So far, banks like M-Banks are taking up pressure. And we have seen Maybank this morning. Let's take a look at Maybank. I think they took another swing down. Of course, we want to look at the chart too. You can see, let's look at the chart for Maybanks. The financial sector definitely hasn't been that great. So this is that you've seen in here, moving sideways. But this morning, let's take a look. Okay, let's hit that one. You will see Maybank is down minus 2.9%. So that's why giving up the kind of landscape that we see this morning here for the it's still staying above 1600, no doubt about it, right? So is this the correction that we wanted before we see further going up? All right. So banks, like it or not, it may not be the best kind of investment, but if you like the banks and you like the dividend, something you want to put forward to. All right, move on to our next story. Now, next story is on the glove. That's right. Now, Inex and LS has planned to double the production capacity, as I've talked about in here. So this is definitely one of the so-called silver lining in the midst of what we call the third wave COVID-19 in here, the rubber glove, Inex. All right, let's look at Inex this morning in here. We hit that one, and switching it to a bigger chart here, you would see Inex hitting the livestock prices. right? And it's up 2.6% in here, so pretty good, right? We'll look at the charts those later. Now, some of you may have some stocks you want me to look at. Definitely, I will look at in here. But today, we will build a trading plan for one of the stocks we have done so, all right? So this is the rubber glove. No issue with the rubber glove. The other sectors are probably taking a back seat right now, all right? So let's move on to the next story, which is across to US. Now, the US Dow Jones has broken up to 30 and 31,000. So the next thing on the agenda for many analysts, now going into January 20th, we have seen the US Capitol Hill was besieged by Trump supporter, and now the talk about the issue and the invoking of the 25th Amendment to remove Donald Trump, as he has the password to all the secret codes for nuclear weapon. So that's one of the issues. They were kind of worried whether the impeachment about all this going to be hanging on Mike Pence invoking that 25th amendment. If not, then the Congress, with the support of the Republicans, are going to be doing a second impeachment in here. So what they are talking about is really a corrections in here. But again, there are risks and opportunities saying that, which I will talk about later. So right now, you should look at the US market too, and looking at the particular stocks that have pulled back, and those are the areas you want to be looking at. But overall, they're looking for very, very healthy corrections. As you can see, before markets looking for a correction in here, but it is still well supported around 30,000 in here, and correction is what I also like to give you a sense of able to get into the market. Now, also going forward, we want also from the last week on the 28th of December, we picked one of the stocks was Pekka, okay? And we want to look at the, now also bear in mind, in the backdrop of what we do have the KLCI bearish range pentagon. So every time we have the bearish range pentagon, though, so we can see markets have very limited upside, to be frank with you, because that's how the overall market runs. And we have the orange triangle, but no doubt Pekka, which actually is a leather group maker for OEM, and it is invested in a lot of what we call leather seats. So it's automotive play. That's why we can see automotive overall in the other parts of the world are doing well, and that's what maybe we are seeing Pekka are doing. Let's look at the Pekka for what it is now. Let me just switch to a bigger chart here for you. So you can see this is Pekka. Let me just bring out the trading plan that we did. All right, but before that, let me just bring out Pekka charts for you. PECCA. Okay, so Pekka, and we have the livestock prices in here. So it's up, still up 1.2% in here. Okay, and let's look at the stock price. So despite everything is down today, we still find something that's moving. And if you look at this chart, this is definitely one of those trade setup as the what we call the beginner setup. You can see the springs, we have the sideways move, which I'm going to show you next. Okay, so if you look at this one in here, we have a little bit of sell-off over the weekend, still holding up at 162. Right, let me just bring up the Pekka. Okay, the Pekka charts that we talk about in here. Okay, and okay, let's okay. First, we're looking at the daily and weekly plan. This is something we typed in last week. There's a resistance at 164. That's right. If we look on the left hand side, there's one resistance at 164, and Pekka is looking to break higher. Weekly chart is bullish. Breaking 164 will be the fourth time in here. There's also a spring. You notice we have a spring on the left hand side denoted by SP, and after the spring we have the line change again, right? So that's on the 23rd of December. So that is what making this market bullish. Important point is that the breaking of the fourth resistance, which is on the 16th of December, right? And price to enter was 164. And this morning, where are we this morning? Just now we were looking at it. The price is still holding up around 165. Okay, it's still good to enter, to be frank with you, 164 in here. And okay, let's see what else we have. Stop loss 139 and profit target 176. Holding period is just merely for 2 months. Okay, that's for Pekka. And what do Pekka do? If you want to know that, we can go over to stock fundamentals, giving you a bit more. And you can see in here, hit that website. Okay, let me hit that one. You got to double tap it. So that will take you to Pekka. They mix a lot of leather seats. You can see here the kind of business and clientele, which to me it's very positive. They have Peugeot, Nissan, Hyundai, Perodua, the Chinese Volkswagen and Ford. They are the local so-called leather seats for them. Export base are the Nissan in here, and it'll be definitely great if they can do a bit more for the other market in here. So that's a bit of reassurance that when you buy something, it's good to know what you are buying in here. Definitely, if you look from here, it does pay a dividend 2.8. Rating of just 1 because of the PE is so much higher, but it is still a little bit less from the sector average, which is around 38%. The ROE is pretty low, to be frank with you, 5%, which is lower than the sector average. So take note of all those things in here. All right. So this is Pekka. All right, and will Pekka break higher? We will see, but right now it's holding up despite what we see in the market, which is a bigger sell-off that we have so far in here. Okay, so this is where we are now. Let's take a look at the next stocks that we're going to be looking at. Building a trading plan is definitely Supermax. We have 2 stocks in here. If you look on the Pentagon guide in here on the just below the Robie, we have item number 6, Malaysia Pacific Technology and Supermax. I do know that the MPI, now let's bring out those 2 charts. Okay, let's bring out MPI, hit that one. Okay, and we're going to bring out the stock comment, stock charts in here. You can see this one in here, we have a green pentagon. All right, so the green pentagon, and you can see right here, very nicely done. We have the spring, and do we have a follow through this morning here? Let's check out the chart stock price this morning. Okay, and hit the live stock prices. Okay, it's down 1% with the overall market down too. All right, it's following what it did, except for Pekka. It seems that Pekka has a mind of its own that it wanted to go higher in here. And then we have Supermax. Definitely we can look at Supermax this morning in here, the rubber glove. Do take note, last Friday, it went up very, very high. Let's look at the stock comment in here. Last Friday, it was up, wow, 20%. So no surprises this morning. There will be some profit taking, okay? Some profit taking in here. Live stock prices in here. Down 3%. That's right, down 3% in here. But I like this stock because it's going through what we call a breakout, a pullback. All right, let's build a trading plan for this one here. And we have this, okay? There you go. Let me just save this first, because next week we will be coming to look at this one here, dash EP, and we have episode 22, we have Supermax. Okay, so you can see trading plan in here. Okay, let me switch to a bigger chart for you. You can see much better in here. Okay, so this is trading plan for Supermax. Now you can follow me and do this together so you can see how I actually done this. All right, so you notice I have probably 7 items: weekly, daily direction, indicator, SMARTRobie, important price level, date, price to enter, stop loss, target price, and holding period. These are the 7 items normally we do for our beginner section for our trading plan. So Supermax you can put in today is the 11 January 2021. Okay, so let's look at the weekly direction. Okay, now we can see, let's look at the weekly. So what we're going to do is just to bring up Supermax chart. Okay, that's the one. And okay, so this is how we want to write a story for Supermax. Okay, so we want to write a story for Supermax. Okay, you can see that. Okay, the daily chart has been trending down and hit a green pentagon with high volume. Now, how do you know about weekly chart? Unfortunately, SmartRobie have it. So you need to switch on to the trading view, right, to bring this in here. And we have Supermax, and let's switch to a weekly chart. You can see weekly chart, we are well supported here, okay, around $6.20. So we can see that weekly chart is still downtrend, okay. It's still downtrend, okay. And let me just bring this up again and switch to back to a daily chart. What we have here is a double bottom, okay, double bottom is important. It's one of those things that we actually share and teach in our master class. Okay, so we can put that in here. Okay, there, double support at what price was that? That is around here, $6, about 6 ringgit. Okay, 6 ringgit. Okay, so we have that one. Indicator SmartRobie. Okay, good. We can just say that. SmartRobie actually turned much earlier. Let me just bring it up to you. Okay, so you can see actually Green Pentagon happened the day earlier. If you have gone in and opened, you have got in so much better. Okay, so you can see Green Pentagon in here started. Right, Green Pentagon 7th of July. Okay, 7th of July. Okay, there's Green Pentagon 7th of January. Excuse me. And market follow through. Okay. Any important price? Okay, we can also put that one too. It's good to know. Is that okay? Support level at $6. Okay, support level at $6. So which means there is a support level at $6. And I do take note there are some target price by the analyst too. So we haven't got that one out yet. Okay. So we haven't got that one out yet. So that's the one we want to look at. So support we have at 6 ringgit in here. What else can we do? Okay, definitely is the any day. So we also have a, now remember the support now become resistant. Okay, there is a resistance around 776. Okay, let's put that one too. And resistance at 776. Now if you look at the SmartRobie, okay, and trading plan, we already should be in, because once we have the Green Pentagon on the 7th, we could have gone in on the first bar. Okay, the first bar in here, 7373. Okay, if you want to buy on the breakout, will be 373. Okay, and you want to hold 2 weeks, or 684. Okay, 684 to 714. 684 to 714. Okay, let me just take note of it. Okay, 684 to 714. 684, where is 684? Okay, so let's take this down and see 668. 68 will be somewhere here, just around here. This is a good price. So you can actually buy at 68. This morning, the market touched at 6845. You see that 6845? Yeah, that's a price inside there. Okay, so let's say we want to enter around 690 lah. Huh? Okay, enter at 690. Okay, 690 on pullback. Okay, pullback price. Where is our stop loss? Okay, let's do this. Stop loss, we'll go on to the actually the trading plan also got a stop loss. We can go back to here. Let me see here. There is a stop loss there, 538. ATR stop loss is 578. Okay, 578. 578. Okay, it's stop loss, but we have what? We have the, let me just bring this up again, sorry about that, you can't see, but we have a good support at $6. Okay, so when you write all this down, it becomes very materialized in front of you. Okay, you're able to see this, then you know that, hey, you know, if the price go down, you don't react. A plan is very important, which is really part of the agenda I always talk about, being a trained trader and a trained investor. Now, let me ask yourself, how many of you actually type a trading plan, something similar to that? If you do type a trading plan out there, just type one on the comment and let me see. Right? I'll be surprised. You know, usually we only get 2 out of 10 people that are asked actually do trading plan. Most people just like, hey, I want a tip, I want to jump in. So again, if you do that consistently, then the question we always ask, how effective is that? You know, we're always going to go back, because like it or not, investing, it's a merit-based activity. The more you practice, the more you follow good processes, good what you call best practice, you do better. And the question is whether are you disciplined enough to do that. But if you're just one of those who like to, follow here, follow there, then money is not important. You just like the kind of excitement, then that's fine. But if you are like us, what are some of our members that we train them to be performance measured? Means we really look at the required rate of return every year and looking at the win rates and slow rate, and that's one of the things that we really want to go out and push out. If you're just want to get the kind of excitement, I think that's fine. There are a lot of people like that, whether they make money or don't, it doesn't matter, but they need the kind of the emotional I make money, and that's it. But we here at Trade VSA, and some of the lessons we really want to teach out, it's actually to teach you how to be performance, okay, doing well, getting in, making all the right trades. Okay, let's look at the target price that we have here. Definitely target price, we can go on. Just now I did see a target price here. Medium target price is $10. Okay, so let's key in $10 here. And how do I know that? You can see on the left hand side, the medium TP is 10.14. Okay, 10.14. So right now, if you can see how I construct this target price, it's going to be good. Okay, then holding period, and because I do see that this COVID-19 is not going to go away, it's going to go beyond. I even think that the Chinese New Year. Now remember, like the March, it's likely our first vaccination will come in. Right now, if you look at the US and look at the UK and also Europe, the situation is not getting better. We're about almost 10 consecutive days. And for us, Malaysia, how many days are we above 2,000? 2,000. My only concern is going beyond 3,000 and 4,000. That's very worrying. That's why tonight we'll see our Prime Minister coming in and doing that. So we're gonna put in 2 months. Okay. So that's it. That's a very simple one. Let's draw the line here. Okay. Now, if you want to take a picture of this or snapshot, whatever the case is, this is the trading line for Supermax. All right, giving you a chance to go in, and we will come back and take a look at this definitely in the later days. Okay, so let me just save this. I hope that this trading plan for Supermax dated 11th of January will be good for you, and enter at the 690 on a pullback price in the coming days. And those of you who have not got in on the rubber glove, here is definitely an opportunity for you to buy. Now, any of you want me to look at some stocks, just type it in there. So far, I haven't got any. So, which means that you're still hanging on a lot of good winners, or you already so-called cut loss, or getting out. That's something you want to be thinking of. Okay, let me just take this out of the way, and switching back to a bigger chart here. All right. Now, remember what we were trying to do. The perfect setup for our beginners, especially in the trading idea, okay, with the breakfast show, is this chart here, which I've been showing time and time and again. What we want to see is looking for low volume accumulation. Now, the chart that you see for Supermax does not follow this. The chart that you see for Supermax follow another variation of a very good setup, which we normally teach in our masterclass. Just that there's just too many things we want to do, but in our breakfast show, we just want to show you one simple one that you can follow. And if you wish to upgrade, definitely something for you to think about moving to the next level. And we always talk about the train agenda, which is the train trader and train investor in here. Of course, more knowledge would be better. And those of you who would like to watch, go over to our Trade VSA tutorial in here, where we talk about spring test and no supply. Do watch it. It's a very short 9 minutes to get you all started up. All right. And of course, this coming Wednesday, all right, this coming Wednesday, we will be talking the part 2 of our rubber glove update. Now, what's really happening to a rubber glove? And there was the 5th of January, the so-called Top Glove Investor update, and I will be updating all of you. So join me this coming Wednesday night, 9:30, 13th January. The talk about the resurgency of the third wave COVID-19 and what you want to do with this one. Of course, we're going to be looking back at Supermax, this trade that we've done in here on Wednesday night, and see how well you will fare that. So do join me on the Wednesday night. All right. So another treat for this year, for the 2021, it's going to be resuming some of the strategy that done very well in year 2020, the 400%, the 300%. This year there will be some also 100% and 200%. Now the question, how do you want to get in? One of the things that we want to do going forward for the portfolio trading simulation in here, when you compare to KLSE, is this one that you see, the 106% in here. which is giving about close to about 9% a month. How do you want to trade that one? Definitely on the right hand side, you can see the code for scanning. There's some information inside there, which we will talk about in here, which normally take us to the next level, right? Which is something that we want to share with the public, and those of you who have been a great support for our trade VSA instead of SmartRobie, is our value growth investing cost. That's right. Our value growth investing cost will be this coming Saturday. That's right. We'll start at 10 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. We'll be examine some of the differences between what we have inside here, the buffertology. Can you see this? All right. Yes, that's right. Buffertology, and we also have another great book, which is by Peter Lynch, and we're going to be looking at some of the technologies that we're using, and not forgetting also the green pentagon, how we are able to achieve the 106%. And we want to demonstrate to you that going forward, this is one of those strategy you want to move forward. Or 2021, the cost is almost as just like a free ticket if you activate the monthly pass. That now do take note. Okay, the email will be sent to you within 48 to 72 hours. I know some of you who have quickly want the Zoom link or whatever, we will send out. No worries, right? But do take note, the closing date, all right? The closing date is 13th of January, which is actually on Wednesday. Okay, so make sure you activated your monthly pass, whatever the case is. Then we'll do our one-day growth investing course. Okay, 2021 we'll start at 10 a.m. on Saturday. All right. Of course, those of you who are thinking upgrading your skill, I have talked about in here is our Trade VSA Masterclass, our 3-day course in here. The next intake will be just before the Chinese New Year 5, 6, and 7. And great thing is that we have updated our syllabus, not only for US market, but we'll be looking at Bitcoin too. And we find that I'm starting to look into Bitcoin, and I will share some of the insight. We did talk about Bitcoin last Saturday in the Trade Idea 2021. So to take it to the next level, we are definitely looking at this too. So do take note, this is something good for our existing masterclass students, those of you who have joined in the so-called December class as well, November and earlier. Now we have something for you. Now there's a lot of great benefits being a masterclass student. Definitely one of them are able to re-attend for the entire year at no cost at all through our Zoom event in here. As much as we like to do a face-to-face event, but with the COVID-19, we are not able to do so. But guess what? It's no different also on the Zoom link, which we do this every 2 months. So take note, Bitcoin is coming in here. So that's definitely a treat for our existing member here. Okay, and those of you who really enjoy our course, as a token of appreciation, if you want to thank us, do go over to our Google, My Google, or as well as Facebook. Those are the 2 links that you can give us a feedback, how we can do better, how we can improve ourselves, so we can give you a phenomenal service to you. So whatever we teach you are educational value, and you can bring back and share it with your friend too. Thank you very much. And not forgetting, those of you who are first time, do join our Telegram chat room for free stock market information in here. If I don't see you sooner, I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday morning, and then on the Wednesday night. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys. And oh yeah, you want me to look at some stock there? That's right. Okay, some of you were talking about Comfort and Top Glove. I will cover them mainly on Wednesday night. But let's take a look at these stocks. Okay, let me just bring back here. Now, if you want to do that link, this here is our 2 link to reviewers. Okay, let's put in the Top Glove. Okay, now this is the 6-minute chart. Okay, so look at Top Glove. This is quite nice. It's now remember, Top Gloves hasn't turned green pentagon yet. Do take note, has not turned green pentagon, but Supermax has. So we just have to wait for this to turn green pentagon. Or if you are fully educated one, you know how to do it, then you buy on the pullback. Okay, so you see there's a support here. What are we looking for here? Around the 1030. Spring, sign of strength, then you're going, but definitely on the hourly chart, it's a go-go, already in. All right, so that's one of the benefit. If you're an active trader, you want to switch on to our TradingView plugin. That is this service that you can have. Okay, also we have another one here. Top Glove will be very, very similar to, okay, and let's look at Comfort gloves. All right, you can see, wow, this one in here turn up, And switching to a daily chart, Comfort, yep, same story as you can see for Hata, Supermax, Top Glove, Comfort. All of them behave the same one. Because they're all dictated by. But I want to show you one good chart, which is AP4. Okay, now AP4 is Riverstone, which I also have. You can see, right, very early, as soon as 23rd of December, when the dick sell off, Riverstone already behave differently. So which means those regulated short selling that we see, which I'll talk about it in here, but more of them update on this coming Wednesday. You can see AP4 already start moving. So all this regulated short selling to me cannot hold water for longer time. This rubber glove is coming back more on Wednesday night. So make sure you join me on Wednesday night, 9:30 in here, right? And okay, so those are the two stocks that I got from our member CK, and also Richard on Top Glove in here. So thank you for coming. I'll see you later, if not sooner. Okay, bye bye.